So I'm rewind back about a year and a half or so from now. We brought out Quip, and I don't mean to cover Quip as a negative. We actually have incorporated it into our account plan strategy, but I want to point out the challenge we had when we tried to use this for account plans for ourselves. So we did create account plan Quip documents. If you're not familiar with Quip, it's a Salesforce document management and collaboration tool. You may have seen it. We use it for a lot of our project status updates in other areas, but ultimately we pulled in data so you could surface it. But in the end, and I'm Chicago, so I'm going with Portillo's, an account we found a lot of this. Empty quips, and this is Annika's account plan. I'm not trying to offend her. She knows. It's just, we found it hard to know, how do I engage with my account plan? How do I go back to it? And that's the problem we see with Excel, and in some cases, these systems that aren't ingrained into your routine is there's no check engine light feature. There's nothing there that's saying I need to do this. We had some notifications to do things, but they were kind of in a different area. And ultimately we looked for something that was a little bit different. So pivoting over, and now I'm into the account record. We're going to, we're using a sort of a fake account called New Communications Inc. And I'll tell this story as if Annika and I are working together on this in our account plans. So you're in our live org. This is our live org. I did change some of the data to protect it, but ultimately on our accounts, every one of these has an account plan related list. So every year for us, we create account plans. We have some clients that do quarterly account plans, but suffice to say, we've got a nice place to look at this. And it's not buried in Excel or someplace else. And as I navigate into the account plan, I'm going to spend a few minutes orienting you to what we actually track. What is this concept of the account plan? So look and feel like Salesforce. I see a question. You mentioned tools are 100% native. What does that mean? It means it's built on the Salesforce platform. So prolific built table structure and concepts that can be downloaded from the App Exchange directly into Salesforce. So you get this table structure. So at the top, we've got our account plan tied to New Communications. I know instantly in our world, the things that are important to us as a team are primarily our annual expected revenue goals. So rewind, we're four and a half months into the year. Back in December and January, Annika evaluated our previous work with New Communications and determined that this year she felt about $100,000 was about where it was. Now, many of you, I see some folks from certain industries where you might have to go deeper than that, and that's okay. This can be configured that way, but in our world, just planning on what revenue stream do we expect over the year is a great starting point. It's simple, it's easy. And we use over here some DLRS lookups. If you're not familiar with DLRS, don't worry about it, but it's a fantastic way of rolling up data that can oftentimes be tricky for folks, but we leverage some DLRS rollups to roll up related opportunity data to instantly understand where we're at. So I'm having conversations with Annika about this account. We know she's trying to get to about $100,000 or projecting that. We still have another 37 to go because there was a phase 1 integration that happened back in March. And I'm able to look at this without even having any conversation with her and understanding that she has a plan to fill that gap as she works through it. And it's with a phase 2 integration project that's in the potential stage. So I'm probably going to be talking with Annika about what steps do we need to take to move that forward? What are the risks related to that? Instead of having a very casual conversation about this account.